Hey guys, and welcome to a game review on a game called Time to Stop Time, coming out on the 6th of November 2020. Now this is a game where you play as a character called Jack Elder, and there is a virus outbreak that happens around 2018 or something, and we need to go and stop it from ever being like launched into the world. And you do this by, obviously, using time travel. Now, time travel is not the only thing you actually get to do. You actually get to stop time as well when you're fighting enemies, and you basically have to like solve all these different kind of puzzles, kill enemies, take their weapons, throw them around the place. You can literally pick up an enemy and chuck him to freaking space, dude. It's like the craziest thing. I'm like, look at him, he's going on a spaceship. Wait, he is the spaceship. And it gets a little bit more difficult when you have to actually kind of protect civilians who are there, and you kind of just have to make sure that they don't die. And this can get a little bit tricky sometimes, so you usually have to play a few levels over a few times to kind of realize, oh wait, oh man, I should have done this. And then it's really fun, like how crazy you can be in this game. You just pick up like a huge freaking barrel, throw it in an enemy's face, and it just whacks him and he flies off. You're like, what? This game made me chuckle so many times with the storyline that I've been playing so far. Like, first of all, you're like, okay, cool, we're gonna head to 2018, and then here you rock up in the 1300s, and there's like knights and stuff, and you're like, what the fuck? Why are we in the 1300s, bro? We're supposed to be in 2018. And then somehow it devolves to us going to go find Hitler. Like, I'm like, what, bro? This game, like, the story is like, it's crazy. You literally go all over the place. You have to try prevent JFK's assassination, dude. Like, what? Like, I don't understand what's happening. And the virus is not your typical kind of virus. It's like a time virus. It's like these kind of like super soldiers or like robots and stuff that can move in stopped time with you, that you have to like kill them before, well, they kill you. And also you gotta kind of do your objectives as well. So you gotta like rescue civilians, you gotta kill enemies, destroy tanks, destroy airplanes, and make sure that these alien virus dudes don't kill you, which is, man, it can get challenging sometimes, but it's such a bag of fun. It reminds me so much of what Half-Life was when I was a kid, dude. Like, just that freedom of just having some crazy kind of weapons and crazy controls, and you can literally just do whatever you want. Cause mayhem, like take an enemy's gun, shoot him in the face with it, throw his gun that way. Like, there's so much involved with like stopping time and like attacking stuff. You literally just get so lost in just causing mayhem. I failed one level, I think like 7 times, because it took me a while to realize that the civilians were dying to a bomb that I didn't see was going off next to them. And I was just having so much fun, like killing the enemies in such unique ways, that I was like taking my sweet ass time, not realizing that the civilians behind them have like a few seconds till this bomb explodes on them, and I'm like, well, I'll get to them eventually. In terms of graphics, this game is quite basic, and it really reminds me of that kind of Half-Life, maybe like Gary's Mod kind of vibe game. Like, if you look at it in terms of graphics like that, it's really kind of streamlined. I'm assuming maybe because, like we have to destroy so much stuff and there's so much happening with actual physics in the game that they kind of had to cut back on graphics. I mean, this is quite a big game. It was a 25 gig download, so it's not a small game to download. So it's weird that the graphics are quite baseline, but it's so chocked up with size, and there's just so much physical damage that you can do to like just all the stuff that you're doing. Overall, you get so lost in the actual gameplay that you end up like forgetting about the graphics entirely. And the same thing kind of goes for the sound. Like, usually there's this kind of gimmicky music in the background that's like, what the hell are we doing, bro? It's actually pretty cool music. I had to turn it off for the sake of some like copyright issues, just in case, as you know how YouTube is. But the actual gun sounds and the bullets and everything sometimes seems a little bit loud. Like, you can be miles away and you're still hearing the sound as if it's like right next to you. I've had a few things where it does that, but usually you're like I said, you get so lost in the destruction and just mayhem that you're causing that the sound isn't really something that you pay a lot of attention to. Overall, you're probably asking yourself, is this a fun game to play? I really think it is, man. I like, when I first saw this game, when they emailed me and they're like, yo, look at this is the game, blah blah blah, can you make a video for it? I'm like, this looks interesting. It sounds really interesting. I'd love to try this. And then I tried it, I'm like, dude, what? Like, we rock up in the 1300s, I'm fighting people with freaking knight swords and everything, and I'm like, huh? And then all of a sudden we're in the future, and I'm using AR rifles to like shoot people, throw grenades, throw throwing knives, and watch the knives in slow motion just stab like 7 people at the same time. Dude, it's a ball, dude. Like, oh man, like some of the puzzles that you have to solve here, some of them get so tricky. Like I said, there was that one that I failed 7 times in a row. Even though I was failing, I was having so much fun failing because I was like trying different things. I was like, maybe I have to save the civilians by throwing them to the sky. Or you kill an enemy, you're like, okay, up to heaven you go, cheers. They're just like, whew! Or throwing enemies into enemies, which is also a great way to play the game as well. Or you can even just do like a super kick with your like F button, and you just do like this powered kick, and you whack the dude, and he like flies across the freaking like place there. You feel like a Superman, dude. You feel like a super soldier here to just bully people, and I love it. It's so cool. Honestly, if you are looking for a game to play around on PC to just kind of cause some mayhem, something like Garry's Mod or Half-Life that you enjoyed back in the day, you'll most likely enjoy the crap out of this game too, because it reminds me so much of that kind of fun concept. Not to mention, you can literally climb into enemy vehicles and use them to shoot each other, dude. Like, what? That's dope. So yeah, I do recommend this game. Time to Stop Time is actually a pretty damn cool game. I really actually enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do have any comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I do reply to every single comment that you could possibly leave, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thank you so much for watching.